What happened to my body? Ah! What the? I thought my body was back to normal. Now I'm just a discombobulated voice. My bad. Oh, jeez, Louise. We love scuff right at the beginning, right? Okay. Clearly it's working here, but why is it... Man, this is kind of embarrassing. I don't really like being a discombobulated voice because I feel a little bit more transparent than usual. But let's see what is happening here, okay? Because I'm pretty sure I freaking connect this. Okay, why did that pop out? This is literally the second time I'm streaming, and I thought I would not have any scuff, but clearly I do. Clearly I do. I don't know what's happening. You just love to see it. Okay, I could go with my other method so that I would appear physically. Okay, let me go ahead and boop. Hopefully that works. If that doesn't appear, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I can appear. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's been doing well. I made sure my mic sounds a little bit more proper and stuff, so we should be good there. Let me see. What is there anything else to keep in mind? Hmm. Well, for today, I'll be working on some VTuber lore because I was like, a big part of having a VTuber re-debut means having VTuber lore. At least for me, in the traditional sense. So I really want to focus on that for today. So let's go ahead and start Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. Da, 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 da. And of course, I am not here. Now I'm here, but much smaller. I don't like the smaller size. I'm not that small. Okay. Okay. There we go. Slightly better. Okay. There we go. For those who have just joined, how are y'all doing? I hope y'all have been doing well. For now, let's go explore our spirit city for a bit. And also the volume is really loud for me, like ridiculously loud, so I have to be careful. So, oh yes, I'm literally covering the goals. Let me move myself a little bit. All right, there's the goals. So as you can see on my right, I have two. Establish 5 rules for VTuber lore. So what I mean by rules, establishing core rules that I cannot break when writing this lore. The reason why I need this is because to have creativity, you need to have some constraints, because having constraints means that I can challenge what I set for myself. Because if it's just so free flowing, then I can't create something concrete that a viewer could feel grounded into. So I'm writing rules for my lore. And when you look at very long-standing franchises, you can tell that there are rules in place. Like, okay, for example, if you look at Avatar The Last Airbender, their rules are only one person, the Avatar, can use all 4 elements. If they are not the Avatar, they can only do either fire or air or earth or water or none at all, but never all 4. Another one, let's see. If you, for this is for the Percy Jackson series. When I think for that one, you need to have certain specific traits and be the child of a god to be part of Camp Half-Blood. Like, you will have these symptoms that correlate to being a demigod, essentially. And that's how you can be part of Camp Half-Blood. So I'm gonna be setting lore rules for that for myself, but also because, oh, yeah, Percy Jackson, it's not really a take per se. I would say it's more like this is an observation I've seen. So I'm mainly stating rules that you would see in fiction and why I want to put rules for my VTuber lore. And it's mainly because I want to have something concrete for me to play with. So in my case, I need rules about homunculi. I need rules regarding alchemists. How does one become an alchemist? Because a really big part of my lore is that I'm a homunculus, right? But there's not a lot to. There's not a lot known yet. And I won't be sharing too many details, but I'm just like free flowing thinking about the process of this because like the relationship between a homunculus and an alchemist. Only an alchemist can make it a homunculus. That's like a baseline rule. But I do feel like for my lore in particular, only a certain type of alchemist can make a homunculus. Because the way I'm seeing it is that there are different branches of different branches of alchemists. There are the alchemists that make potions, which is pretty classic and probably like the easiest route. Or there are alchemists that are trying to, well, I guess I need to specify the different types of alchemists in the first place. So I mainly see a combative type and a healing type, like healing or passive. So one's more of, yeah, combative. That's like the general type. And then, man, what's a word? I need an antonym from combative. Yeah, and also I'm gonna Pomodoro timer myself. I need to put that. Also, I look a little small, so I'm just gonna set myself here, along with mm, what kind of spirit shall we look for today? We found Goopy, and then we have not. I heard strange noises under my bed at night. I wonder what it could be. Okay. So nighttime, bed, bed, nighttime. So we can do that. Oh wait, I don't want to decorate. Ugh. Blah blah blah. Okay, I want to be on my bed. I want to browse, and then it'll be nighttime because it is indeed nighttime. If I might inquire, thoughts on the show that came out. So there's a problem with that. I don't have access to streaming services. The only one I have access to is Crunchyroll. And it's because I'm a very stingy person at my core. So I never watched the new Percy Jackson stuff. I literally do not watch TV. Only anime, literally. And the other kind of TV I would watch would be news and like social media stuff, honestly, cuz I don't know. I don't know what I just don't feel like those other services are necessary for me. Um, and I always felt that if I watch TV and all that, I think I could find more stories that I would be more interested in if I read a book. I prefer reading, like I prefer comics. I don't really like watching things that often, especially by myself. I cannot watch something by myself. I have to be with another person um in order to really like have fun. I feel like the joy of watching a show or a movie or just something like that, you kind of need to have someone with you. Um Otherwise, like if you're by yourself, I feel like I could just create everything in my head with a book. I don't know why. My brain works weirdly like that, and I'm not sure why it works like that. So, yeah. So, okay. So continuing off with the lore, I need to address what are alchemists in my world because the alchemist impacts the homunculus, which is me. So, for me, there would be mainly two types of alchemists. There's a combative type or slash battle, and then oh man, I'm trying to find something that's like life skills. This is also partially inspired by Mabinogi because Mabinogi was like my first introduction to alchemist, and it's like a core part of like my childhood. So like I played as an alchemist in Mabinogi. It was one of my favorite classes, my class types ever. And I really love the idea of the alchemist cylinder, so I'm definitely including alchemist cylinders in my lore. Uh because I just feel very happy with them. So the combative battle types, they would use alchemy. cylinders or guns, technically. I feel like alchemy guns make sense in this case. Um, so really, alchemy in my world, they are not necessarily they're not like Full Metal Alchemist where you can do it with your hands and stuff. You have to have specific tools in mind to conduct alchemy. Because I'm tracing my references to alchemy to like even older types of alchemy, like searching for the elixir of immortal life, uh, looking for the philosopher's stone, stuff like that. Ooh, it seems like there's something that is here. What's going on here? Oh, oh, hello! Oh my goodness! Oh, that's so cute. New spirit discovered. Let's go to the spirit decks. Okay. Legend has it that dust bunnies emerge from the accumulation of dust balls, nestled in forgotten corners. Yet, in my research, I found a more mundane truth. These tiny spirits have evolved to cloak their fur with the hues of dust, camouflaging them from humans. Under the cover of night, dust bunnies hunt for various bits and bobs that have been discarded around bedrooms, such as paper clips or buttons. They treasure their favorite trinkets, becoming quite possessive. Okay, we found our third spirit, the dust bunny. It's so freaking cute. Very cute. Okay, what is our next spirit? Hint. The past few mornings I've been awoken by a curious chirping noise. Huh. Awaken in the morning. So I guess morning time. Okay, let's do 3 cycles. Yeah, there we go. Whew, okay. Okay, so where were we? We're trying to establish 5 rules, but I feel like there's gonna be 5 categories of rules. So there's gonna be the alchemist rule, like rules that alchemists must follow for my lore. That there are currently 2 types. I'm literally writing in a notebook right now because I have a notebook out and I felt like it might be better than typing, not gonna lie. I just felt like it's I like doing things with my hands. I like the tangibility. I like the feel of paper against my hand as I rest on it, as I write. I just find it therapeutic because I've always doodled and wrote whenever I had the free time to do so. So it's like it's nostalgic for me. But I'm gonna look up Mabinogi. Mainly because like I want so there's like a few media out there, like anime media, that have alchemists involved with them. Of course, Fullmetal Alchemist is the most famous one that most people know, but then there's Mabinogi, and then there's also the Type Moon series, Fate. They have alchemy involved as well. That's probably one of the oldest ones, not gonna lie. And to be honest, I don't know too much about the Fate series. I have friends that are highly involved with the Fate series, and they tell me, and that's how I gain interest. Like Ilias View, very cute, very cute. But let me go ahead and let me see. Mabinogi. It's kind of funny, like when I play Mabinogi on stream, I feel like I introduce people to the game and I want to go back into it. But for now, I'm working on my personal projects. No gaming yet, but if streaming can help me focus on something individually, I'm gonna stick with that. So let me look up how alchemists happen. Transmutation. Okay. So I'm gonna borrow their names and then change them later because the 2 types that they have is actually the battle alchemy and a transmutation. Transmutation, I feel like I should keep that. So transmutation and combative alchemy. Which is kind of silly, but I'm like, something I have to think about as a writer is that nothing is ever original. It's okay to have like a base inspiration and then polish it further. Hi, Daga. Daga Otoko da? Nice to meet you. I'm Nethier, the ex Final Boss homunculus VTuber, and I'm saying Daga on YouTube. Right now, I'm multi streaming on both platforms, so hello, it's nice to meet you. I am a game dev and a writer for the most part, and also an artist, although I haven't shown my art in like years. I've been hiding that away for future projects, but I'm mainly focusing on writing now. And today I'm writing VTuber lore. Um, it's actually my own lore. I thought it'd be really good to show that because no one really talks about the process on writing VTuber lore. Like they would see like, oh, these really cool VTuber lore videos, but not really the process. It's actually me, Cammy B. Oh, this is your YouTube account, Cammy. Welcome back. Okay, okay. I was like, I'm not so sure who this is. This is a new name, so hello. Hi, Cammy. Okay, so Cammy is really cool. Uh, like Cammy has really cool art. Like every time I look on my Discord and Cammy posts something, I enjoy seeing the process for it so much. So thank you for like posting all that really cool art. It's awesome. And I love seeing creative people in my server and just sharing what they got because I feel like if you keep everything away, it's not as fun. Like you're just enjoying it for yourself. Why not just share it with other people? At least in a safe place, you know? So I rather encourage creativity as much as I can. Yeah, of course. Of course. But yes, to give context, I am trying out multi-streaming. I am very new to it, so if there's not much interactivity happening, that is why I'm slowly just adjusting to multi-streaming and see how I feel about it because I was temporarily not on the Twitch because I didn't really agree with what was happening to Twitch and how they treat their creators. But I felt like, I think I should go back into it. Why? If I limit myself to one platform, I limit myself. People won't discover me. And I want people to discover me as a place that they can just relax and also get maybe some feedback on what they're making and just really have a community of creators that just want to create for the sake of creating. Um that ties into my like thoughts on content creation. I feel like content creation takes away from the art process because content creation commercializes art, and I feel like that deters people from wanting to create in the first place. Like oftentimes I see content being like pushed out like every single day, and that's not very healthy on somebody. So I rather encourage like taking your time with content and then putting it out there bit by bit. It doesn't have to be every single day. It's okay if it's once a month. It's okay if it's every 6 months. It's okay if it's just a year, as long as you're able to create something that you enjoy. If you burn out of your creating process, then what's the point of creating if you're not enjoying it, you know? But if you aim to have content creation as like your job and such, it's a big grind. You have to put something out there almost every single day, and for your health, that's not exactly the best. Like you have to get used to it. And that's honestly part of why like I didn't really think that it'd be a good idea for me to be a full-time content creator. That's why I have a full-time job. And yeah, so I try to make sure that I feel comfortable where I'm at, but also give myself a space to just be myself and just have fun and create. Like, even though I can be a little bit hardcore with my writing and my art and all these thoughts that I have, I generally want to relax as much as I could. I actually have a very hard time relaxing, so it's something I need to keep in mind. Okay, so we at least established that there are two types of alchemists in my world. Um, there are the combative alchemists and the transmutation alchemists that are more focusing on creation and healing. Actually, it would be more appropriate to say combative alchemists are more of the destructive types. Like that's what they specialize in such. So, actually, is there an alchemic word for destruction? Alchemic me terms for destruction. And what's really fascinating about alchemy is that there's actually like alchemy is not just European. It's basically like it's alchemy has a lot of traces in our history. Yeah, deconstruction would work too. Deconstruction and transmutation. Deconstruction though, feels more neutral, but I do like it in comparison to combative. Combative just sounds very aggressive. I want something more neutral. So deconstructs, the deconstruct alchemist, and the transmute alchemist. Okay, we can go with those terms. So in my case, since I'm a homunculus, I would be made by a transmute alchemist. Like the top tier alchemy that a transmute alchemist can make is to make new life forms, especially humanoid ones. So that makes sense for them. Now, deconstruct alchemists, I would say they're most they're probably like their biggest achievement is like war. Not gonna lie. And like fighting. Hmm. But also like, But at the core of both of them, they really love. Hmm. One creates for the sake of deconstructing. One creates for the sake of creating more. So at their core, they're always creating something. It's just they have different beliefs and purposes. And these two types of alchemists, I believe, would be competing to be royal alchemists. Royal alchemists, in my eyes, are the best of the best of the alchemists. And the place that Nethyr comes from, I personally believe it's a place that is very alchemy dominant. Like they would be from the capital of alchemy. Main reason for this is because one of the main traits of my VTuber self, me, Nethyr, is that I'm very human. I'm very human for a homunculus. I mean, you can kind of tell from the way I act and stuff, so I really want to emphasize that. That despite being made artificially, I'm still quite human to my core. But I think something to keep in mind is that the royal alchemists are very much connected to academia. And if you've been in higher academia, you know there's actually a lot of tea and there's a lot of like territory regarding knowing something. So you can see that the drama and the tension is really between the experts of alchemy, not really the student. The students have their own stuff to go through, right? But like the people that hold power and as professors, as um, mentors, there's going to be a lot of drama there, especially with research. So there's a lot of research drama that may or may not connect to my existence. Wink wonk. Uh but yeah, that's why I needed to have like two types of alchemists. Mainly because I need a catalyst of why this tension exists. And it's mainly due to these two types of alchemists having different beliefs on what is the purpose of creating, what is the purpose of existence. I really want the alchemists of the world I'm writing to really be very philosophical. Is the point of creating to create more, or is the point of creating to destroy? And by destroying, you are creating. So it's gonna have a lot. It's gonna seem like there's gonna be an obvious good and bad, but I wanted to focus on how destruction can be good. Destroying bad things is necessary for there to be peace, but creating things that are in excess can be very destructive. So it's like I really want to focus on what do people think of destruction? What do people think of creation? It's kind of like the idea of life and death. And I really want to play with something like that. I have other themes I want to play with as well. But creation destruction I feel like is a very important part of me because oftentimes I feel like I had to destroy certain pathways for myself in order to focus on what I want to create for myself. Is it like the whole idea of balancing one with the other? Yes, it would be connected to that. It would definitely be connected to that. Hmm. For me, I feel like the deconstruct alchemist naturally sees that because we are human, we must destroy. And that is because by destroying, you are controlling the amount of creation that exists so that it doesn't take over, if that makes sense. Like it destroys excess. It's very minimal, it's very simple, and the trans meat alchemists don't like how they think it's so simple when they feel like, oh, as alchemists we have the ability to create so we could become closer to God. Ooh, okay. Okay, there's a 5 minute break. All right. Ooh, I'm stretching. I'm stretching my arms. I like how it ended on the note of God. That's kind of funny. So yeah, there's a religious component to this as well. And I feel like that's kind of important to me too. But yeah, we at least have the rule of alchemy and how it exists. We just want a baseline. We don't want like a super detailed paragraph because the other thing I'm concerned about is being able to absorb this information. If the viewer cannot absorb this information, it is too detailed. If it's going to be detailed, it's probably just going to be just for me. If anything, I'm gonna leave blanks for people to think about these things. As long as if they get the core concept of what I want to talk about with my VTuber lore in general, I think I did my job. Main reason why I want to leave blanks in my lore is because I think that the fun part of creating a base world is letting others explore it and letting others see through it. I've actually been getting lots of inspiration lately, and it's like, wow, I think I know what I want to create. Like I really want to create things that have depth in it. I want to create things that not. Oh, are there any inspirations helping you come up with ideas for the world building and story? Okay, so I'm pretty open about this. That I'm Filipino American, right? Well, I'm looking into the history of the Philippines and the history of America as my inspirations. And I wanted to create a world that focuses on the ideas of these two countries and their relationship and have them be presented as metaphors for this world that I'm creating. Um so there's going to be a lot of historical references, but it's going to be set in a more fantastical kind of way. Um because I don't want it to be too hardcore history, you know? I definitely want this to be more fantasy with traces of like reality. Especially since alchemy will be the main force of this. Like it'll be the main focus of this whole lore. Like what is alchemy and how does alchemy impact different countries? Um, so a little. This is a bit funny for me to say, but I like politics. I specifically like politics, like Log Horizon. If you watch Log Horizon, you know there's a lot of like politics and like bartering and stuff like that. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. And history has a ton of interesting politics to look into. And honestly, I want to dive into it more because I realize that there's a lot of history that I do not know because only the winners have written history and distributed that history. The losers in history, oftentimes their story has not been told. And I want to really focus on that. Like, why exactly did they quote unquote lose? What did they lose? And for me, I want this to have a personal touch, which is why I'm looking into my own heritage. As for how it's going to transform this whole VTuber lore, I cannot say because I don't want to spoil it. That's why for me, I'm just making base rules right now, but I know I could change them later. I don't know if it will be concrete later, but what matters is that I at least started. So, the 5 rules of the world building of my lore. There are, so far, I need to think about a few things, right? Actually, yeah. So I would need to think about how gods play into this. I need to think about how humans, in particular, play into this. Slash alchemists, plus mages. I would say magicians are a big part of this as well. There will be alchemy and magic involved with this lore, definitely. And then I need to think about hmm. So I've always thought that my world came from an RPG setting. Oh, okay, perfect. So we are now at our 15-minute mark. We finished our break, even though I just continued writing and stuff. What's this? Ooh, okay, reach a new rank. Okay, 500. Nice. Very cute. Spirit Dex. Oh wait, I need a chirping noise. Okay, chirping. Okay, bird singing. Okay, the past few mornings I've been awoken by a curious chirping noise. Okay, maybe that could do something. Hopefully it would do something. But yeah, I want magicians, people who use magic, as part of this. But I don't want to explain the rules for the magicians just yet. Just know that they exist, okay? I think that's the main thing to keep in mind. But yes, there are gods and spirits involved. And I should mention that the genre that Nethier came from is pretty much like it's a fantasy type of world, but like steampunk in a way. So like if I had to say the subgenres, it would be like steampunk because alchemy is part of it. Solar punk would be another one. I love solar punk personally. I like the idea of a whole punk narrative focusing on how to live sustainably in the future. I really love that genre personally. I feel like it's so underrated and it's something that I want to keep in mind. Hmm. Oh, what's happening on my Twitter? Oh, okay. I see. People are boop 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 boop. They are posting thingies. They are reposting my thingies. Let's go. Oh yeah, on Blue Sky I recently made a post. And this post is what inspired my VTuber lore. I thought that I should talk about that question too here, just because, like, hey, if I'm gonna ask a question, I might as well answer it for myself, right? So, what inspired my VTuber lore? I briefly mentioned that they are RPGs and visual novels, but surprisingly, I did not read a lot of visual novels. If anything, well, there is one visual novel that I've technically read, but I did not have access to this game. Um, but I watched YouTube videos of it. and that visual novel is a dating sim. I will leave it at that. I will not elaborate further, but it's partially why I like sci-fi, or well, kind of like urban fantasy sci-fi. But I will not mention any further because, in a way, I kind of feel embarrassed about it. I don't really talk about those things. Like, I thought about talking about them, but for me personally, I can't see myself talking about those actively because I never really talk about them in the first place. Like, it's a very private thing. Anyways, other things that inspire me: RPG Maker games. I love Ebe. I love Omori. I really love the depth that those RPG Maker games have, and I wonder if I can make one for myself someday. It'd be really cool to try. Um, Definitely will be an exercise for sure. Other RPGs that have inspired me. I would say. Welcome! Welcome! There's a mod! Y'all, be sure to follow Expired Popsicle. She's part of my VTuber group, No Pointer Live, with me, and she's a really cool game dev who works on cool things. I don't know what to say. I'm just like happy you're here. Hi, hello. I'm currently writing VTuber lore stuff, so setting up rules on like what are the things that I cannot break in my world, because if I break them, then I break the groundedness of my world. So yeah, but yes, please follow Expired Popsicle. She makes art, she codes, she plays lots of Doom and Hideous Destructor. Really, really cool stuff. Like she's unapologetically herself, and I really admire her about that. Like she's just really cool. And I'm really happy that I get to be in a group with cool people like her. Like, I don't think I've talked about this much, but I noticed that when I highly respect someone, I can't help but like want to banter with them, if that makes sense. Like, if there's a point that they say and I'm like, "Oh, that's actually a point I kind of disagree with." I feel like I can be more open about how I disagree. It's not because I want to be combative, but more like, "Oh, this is an exchange of ideas with a person I respect." So I'm going to say it. And usually I like hold back, but if I feel like this is someone that I feel like will be receptive but also will not be bothered to like stand up for what they believe in, and I felt like I could do that with you, because I know that when we talk and stuff, we have different beliefs, but because you have different beliefs, I highly respect that, if that makes sense. Like, I've met a couple of people like that, and I was like, I like having different ideas from someone else. I think that's fun. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad it makes sense. Right now, what I'm using is Spirit City, and it's a productivity tool. So let me move over for a second. So I can like put a checklist and stuff. The main thing I'm working on right now is establishing 5 rules for VTuber lore, and I realize I technically have categories that I can work on. So, how do gods and spirits play in my world? How do humans interact with this world? How do they influence the world that I'm part of? And then I'm thinking homunculi and chimera, basically human made creations. Or oh wait, golems too. So human made. How do those creatures influence the world? Since I'm a homunculus, how does that make sense? Like in that world. And then the last one would be monsters. Monsters and demons. Because right now, the main lore I'm focusing on is the game lore that me and Nethier came from. There is additional lore that comes after this. Uh, which I will not detail because I feel like I'm gonna keep that a surprise. Right now, I just need to have a game that I can work from, you know? Okay. Something is happening to my spirit deck, so we're gonna check that out. So let's clicky. Oh, you're so cute. Hello. He's so tiny. Hello. Oh, what did we discover? Early burb. Okay, let's go to the spirit decks. It looks like a little sun. It's like a little chicken sun and little beady eyes. Yeah, it's so puffy, right? Okay, so let me read this decks out loud for y'all. When the sun rises, so do early burbs. With their sun ray feathers and positive demeanor, these birds thrive in the early hours of the morning. While not often seen by humans, you will likely hear their energetic chirps as soon as the sun rises above the horizon. In my research, I have noticed that some other spirits tend to avoid early burb. Perhaps not all spirits share their enthusiasm for the morning. I find their upbeat nature and enthusiastic melodies quite invigorating. I haven't needed my morning coffee when it's around. Aw, it's so freaking cute. Also, what was that? I heard a sound effect. I think it's from my Twitch. What y'all do? What did y'all do? Where's the Twitch? Oh, Trippy! Oh my goodness! Thank you for the 5 giving subs! Oh my goodness, thank you! Damn, you gave 48? That's amazing. Oh, and thank you for the water buff. I need that. Thank you, Trippy. How are you? And the stretch. Thank you for the stretch as well. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the water buff and the stretch. I'm gonna stretch my arms upward ever so and stretch my back muscles because they really need it. I'm actually taking physical therapy once again because my thumb has been turning blue. Um, so like this kind of stretches I need to do is like a wrist extender kind of thing, like have to bend it and stuff, and ooh, it's painful. Ooh, it's painful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, this one hurts. Oh, that's painful. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay, that hurt my wrist. Okay, other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Thank you for the stretch. I needed that. I'll buy it. That kind of did hurt a little bit, but I'm fine. Okay. Oh, wait. Whoopsies. I did not mean to stretch the screen. Oh! Silverstreak just subscribed for 4 months. Oh, thank you for subscribing! Thank you! Thank you, Silver! Welcome to the labyrinth! Oh, what the... No way! No! Y'all did not! No! Stop! You guys did not start a hype train. Stop! No! 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 Silver, no! Don't you dare! No hype train! Oh my gosh! I've never had... Oh my gosh, no! Silver... Oh my gosh, my... My family, like, opened the door to check on me? Oh no. No way. Oh, B! Hi! Welcome, B! No! Kiri, no! No, Kiri! It's okay! Oh my goodness, y'all! Oh my god, y'all are making me shout. I don't want noise complaints. I'm trying not to be too noisy. Thank you, Kiri. Thank you. Okay, let me see. Who do I need to thank? Hi, B, welcome on in. No way, Trippy. No. Y'all stop. Stop. No way, a level 3? I've never had level 3 before. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, who do I need to thank? Okay, Trippy, thank you so much for the additional 2 gifted subs. Kiri, thank you for the for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Uh, Silver, thank you for the additional two gifted sub. Thank you so much. Uh, let's see. Oh, Silver, I cannot stay, but wanted to pop in and hit this button. Love seeing more lore being written. Thank you, Silver. Thank you. Ah, y'all are so sweet. Thank you. Have a good night, Silver. I need to stay quiet. Y'all are making me loud. What if I get in trouble with the law? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I wouldn't get in that much trouble. Actually, I've been having a little bit of neighbor problems because their dog peed on my car. So I'm kind of pissed. And I'm like, hmm, what can I do here? This neighbor lets out their dog and then they just wander and piss on my car. And that's not great because it's acid on paint. It's removing my paint and I don't appreciate it. So maybe it's okay for me to be loud, but still. Yeah, personal life things. And yes, I do have a vehicle. I won't say what kind of vehicle it is, but if Nether had a vehicle, it would probably be like a floating car. Probably kind of on the futuristic side. Like, I haven't thought about Nether in a car until I saw Kiri in a car. And I was like, that Jeep is pretty sick, but what would Nether with a car look like? So I thought floating car would be cool. Imagine if like there's a no pointer like race man, what's it called? There's like those racer girl outfits, like racer. Let me see. Racer. I'm gonna go grab some cake. Have fun for the rest of the stream. Bye, Ned. Bye, Cammy. Bye, bye. I have to like remember the names because there's a lot of names I have to remember. But yeah, I hope you have good cake. I want some cake, not gonna lie. I hope it's good. You better share pictures. I better see cake in my server. Please share. I will eat the PNGs and the JPEGs. Please let me devour the image of the cakes. Thank you. Um. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Okay. What are those called? Oh, weird. I was dropping gifts so I hadn't done this yet. It do be like that. I kind of noticed that for some reason, when people are around me, they forget more. And also, I forget. Maybe because I help relax people. Maybe. Let me see. Racer jacket? I try to remember because, like, Juniper Actius recently got a race outfit. And it's really cute. It's like the black and white checkers. And I'm like, man, that'd be kind of cool. If there was like an outfit theme where the whole group has something like that. I mean, I know we want to do Maid and Butler Cafe. I know we want to do that. Just a matter of when is the question. Let me see here. Let me click this. Ooh, we reached a new rank. More spirit hints have been added to your spirit decks. Nice. Ooh, I think I could like decorate. Wait, what if I don't want to decorate? What if I just want to? Yeah. So this is my avatar, and this is my cat. I specifically chose this one because this looks like Darcy. It's very close to Darcy, except Darcy has gold eyes. Let me see. Can I unlock any hair? I would like new hair, not gonna lie. Like, I try to make it look like me as much as possible, but I don't think it's accurate. Like, my hair is definitely on the more blue side. Let me see. Can I eyeball it? Okay, that's getting closer. Closer. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. Okay. Darker. Oh. Okay, I think that's acceptable. That is acceptable. This can work for my hair. Yeah, this looks closer to me. That that seems to be like the closest for my hair. I wish there's more hairstyles or like I could customize further, but this is okay. Hmm. I can choose clothing. I'm not a hat person though. I don't like wearing hats. I don't like my head being constrained. I like I like my head being free and free flowing and stuff. Let me see. What outfits? Cancel. What if I don't want to do that? Ooh, is there if there's one that's like a lab coat? Oh my gosh. Y'all, it's some non-binary colors. That is tempting. Should should is it, okay, I'll fine. I'll get it. Okay, okay, it's me. It's me. And plus it matches my colors too. So that's good. So that's very, very good. Ooh, what can we get? Ooh, that's kind of funky. Very funky. Ooh. Actually, with this outfit, I want this to be the centerpiece. So, do I want gold pants? Mm, I'm not sure. No. Oh, this kind of fits. That's a look. I look so cozy. Oh wait, what about the gray? What about the gray? Ooh, actually the black might be better, especially with the white stripes. It very much fits. Okay, so one of my weaknesses in the game, it's when I can customize. I'm very customization motivated. If it has customization, I'm gonna probably stay in that game for a long time. If you look at Mabinogi, there is very much a lot of customizability. What shoes? Those are kind of cute. Those are pretty cool. I don't want to show the dogs though. We are not showing the feet. We do not show feet here. Feet, no good here. Oh, this one's cute. I think it's fine. Oh, I can choose my little pet. Oh, it's little gloomy. Wait, I can have the colors? No way. I could change the colors of the children. Oh my goodness. I don't want an orange cat. Orange cats are kind of crazy. Little dust bunny. Oh, this was a little rainbow bunny. Oh, it's cute. What about the early bird? Ooh, pastel, like an owl. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of customization. I like this, and this honestly motivates me to find more spirits. So let's go find some more spirit decks. What's this next one? Hint. My room has been extra hot lately. I wonder if there's something up with my fireplace. Ooh, okay, let's check out the fireplace. What's up with that? Oh, this is perfect for me. This is exactly what I'm doing. And then let's see here. Reduce the white the bird singing. Ooh. Likeable, no way! You did not Kool-Aid Man. Okay, I want the sizzling. So I like the sound. I'm so like oh two, it's okay. You're here now. That's what matters. Welcome back, you two. Well, likable, why are you so mean? Be nice. Or do you like it when I scold you? Is that something you're into? Anyway, so the progress that I have so far, I'm establishing rules for my lore regarding gods and spirits. How do gods and spirits come into play? That one I need to think about more because I never really thought about it until now. But I like to think that gods in particular are very much like IRL, so they actually won't appear physically. Don't appear physically, but I do think that they communicate through what's the word? Through prophecy. I think prophecy makes the most sense because it will motivate the humans to explore. So overall, what you missed? Well, just me writing lore, talking about what inspired my lore, and also you also missed a hype train. I have not had a hype train at all. It went to level 3. I was very surprised. I did not expect it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is happening. Thank you all so much." So I'm not used to that kind of kindness, honestly. So I just really appreciate. I just feel very shy about it. Not gonna lie. I can't believe that happened. Cause like I don't usually get that kind of like stuff happening around me. So it was quite nice. You received a level 3 hype trade emote? Share? What did I share? Oh, it's RPG Ghost Doll? It says choo choo. Hello. Oh, so cute. Oh, emotes are being delivered to supporters. Congrats, everybody. Oh, dang. Trippy is at the top. Dang. I was like, because I was in VR chat and lost track of time. Oh, no, too. It's okay. It's okay. I appreciate you coming by at least. I hope you had fun in VR chat. Let's see. So the gods send out prophecies to the humans, which motivate the humans to explore. Hmm. Okay. I can go with that. Although I do need to write another rule. Maybe I should write a rule about how life and death works. Like, can you get resurrected? Can you get... Can you... Can you, Can you exile someone spiritually where they cannot come back from the dead? That'd be interesting. 2. I did. We just sat around talking about how our days are. Oh, nice. That's pretty good. It's nice to just like chill and stuff like that. So I'm glad you had a good time. Let's see. Bricks likable. Really? You gotta break stuff? Why you gotta be like that? Okay, I'm gonna make it this room as hot as possible so that I can get the spirit. Extra hot lately. I wonder if there's something up with my fireplace. Like, I put it blazing hot. I hope it does something. Hmm. Chilling with the unknown. Because I like being this way, and why not? just, I can't just replace the tables willy-nilly. It takes you a while to get more tables, like, full. Gosh dang it. I can't just randomly generate tables. I mean, I technically could, but I don't wanna. That takes effort. I'd rather focus my efforts on writing lore. Jeez. But yeah, so there's like different class. So there's like 4 groups of beings that mainly exist. So there's gods slash spirits. I kind of have them interchangeable. Then there are humans, and there are different types of humans based on the powers that they can have. Yes, the humans in my world, in my lore, have powers of some kind. And then there are the human made creatures, which are homunculi, chimera, and golems. Then there are monsters and demons, although I guess in between them would be like animals. They're more neutral, I think, but like monsters and demons would most likely be. I guess that means there's an evil god and a good god, in a way, which would be interesting to play with. Oh! Seems like something came up. What happened to my spirit decks? Zooming in. Oh! Hello, cutie! Hello! I'm so happy! Alright, go to the spirit decks. Let's see, let me read this out loud. I've learned that these spirits are called hedgelogs, a solitary type of spirit that is drawn to extreme heat. Hedgehogs will wander until they find an active fire to nestle into, and then they will settle there amongst the logs, excitedly waiting for their next chance to be lit to flame. In fact, they are often not discovered until months or even years after they've taken up residence in someone's furnace or campfire, if they're ever even spotted at all. So cute. What's our next one? As the light gets low, I seem to keep stepping on bits of loose knitting yarn scattered about. Oh, so late in the night, while I'm knitting, something's gonna happen. That is both hilarious and terrifying. Yeah, right? Like a little creature, you just set it aflame, and then little beady eyes stare at you from the middle of the flame, and it pops out at you. Terrifying. It kind of reminds me of the time where I had K barbecue with my family, and for some reason, one of them wanted seafood for their K barbecue, which is honestly one of the worst ideas ever. And then you know what happens? The oil from the K barbecue splashed into my eyeball. I think that's when I started wearing glasses, actually. So, yeah, that's great. It's why I kind of feel ambivalent about K barbecue. I like the taste of it, but I also don't like to cook because it went into my eyeball. Sizzling oil into my eyeball. It's not great. I was crying. But I was holding it together because I was like, I'm not gonna complain. I was having good food. So, you know, it'd be like that. Okay, let me go ahead. I noticed that this is kind of heated up. Okay, let's have. Hmm. Yeah, something nighttimey. Hopefully that fulfills the spirit decks. As the lights get low. Oh wait, can I shut off the lights? Keyboard typing, soft vinyl. Oh. Maybe something like this? I'm not so sure. I'm trying to make it as dark as possible, but hopefully this works. Alright, so I technically have 5 rules that, yes, there are gods and spirits that exist that have guide humans. So, 1. Gods and spirits guide humans through signs and prophecy. That is one rule. I cannot break that rule. Gods and spirits cannot show themselves physically. That is rule number 1. Rule number 2. Humans are capable of powers if blessed by a god or spirit. Seems pretty baseline, but the idea of the god or the spirit depends on the region, actually. And this is in parallel to what I'm researching for this lore, so it's gonna have a lot of connection, and it'll be pretty interesting to play with this. So it would be monotheistic, I believe, and animism would be like the 2 different types. And what are these powers? Well, it's either magic or alchemy. Alchemy, since it's very much controlled by fire, a symbol of Western civilization, that comes from the gods. While magic is being about in tune with nature at its core, going, how do I say it? Being more involved with nature and taking care of it, And because you respect nature, it gives back to you. So that's what the spirits do. I really like the idea of like alchemy and magic being given by these higher beings that believe that the humans can handle them. Um, but also the idea of gods and spirits giving powers for malicious reasons as well, and that there's a whole drama up there for them. Three. Hmm. I feel like for both magicians and alchemists, they can create very similar things. They just have different names and purposes. But I have to see. Hmm. Well, actually, I can label it as this: man-made creatures can only be freed by their owners slash creators. Hmm. That one I need to think about that more, but I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Number four. This will be regarding monsters and demons. Monsters slash demons are originally man-made creatures or humans, but lost control over magic or alchemy. I think I can go with that rule because I think I can play with the idea of what is a monster and a demon in this case. Something like that. Let's see. Oh, hello. We are level 6 now. We have got 500. You can buy things. Actually, I kind of want to decorate the room. We can decorate the sidewalls. I can decorate my desk. Ooh, and my chair. Main wall decor. I wish I can see this up close. Oh, okay. Oh, guitar. What's this? I can't really see what that is. Oh, the flowers are pretty. They're gorgeous. Sidewall. Oh, very plant. Wow. Much. Ooh. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, I like the lights one. That one's cute. And then accessory. Oh, oh my gosh, tea. Okay, I'm a huge tea person, so I must have tea. Lately, I've been really into this black tea that has notes of honey in it, and you don't need any honey, and it tastes so wonderful. I think I will have a black teacup. I actually like having black teacups a lot because the Vesper Noir teacup I have is black. And this teacup and another teacup that I have when I visited Asia for the first, well, not for the first time, but like on my own, I believe I got a black and gold teacup. And it was really gorgeous. I need to go find it again. Like when I live on my own, I want to be able to use those more often. Ooh, I could decorate my bed. Oh, that's gorgeous looking. Oh, hmm. Ooh, that one's pretty. Okay. So the bed I like. I like this warm kind of feel. Although it feels like this one. Black or oh man, I'm encountering my weakness, y'all. I'm encountering my decoration habits. Hmm. Actually, I want to make sure that my desk matches the bed. Ooh. Okay. We are gonna go with this dark wood look with this dark bed. Yeah. Oh, that looks beautiful. Okay, what about the bay window? What can I do? No, I don't want black. I want gold? No. No. Ooh, cushions. Oh, I'm keeping purple. Purple is my thing. I'm gonna keep that. Then I guess I can just keep purple too. I can fix the fireplace into rock. The rug, huh? Actually, how much currency do I have left? Okay, I have 2,600 spirit credits. Okay, that can work. What about chair? It looks like a donut. That calls out to me. I like donut. But let's look at the bed covers. What bed covers do I like? Ooh, the pink is cute, but you know, purple is my thing. I think I'll stick with purple actually. A lot of these things I'm just gonna stick with, I guess. Oh, you can make it black? Oh, you can make it look like stars. How romantic. Not that one. Oh wow, you can really play with the wallpaper here. I can't. Do I want to brighten up the place? I'm not so certain yet. How about the floor? I do like the dark wood look, but dark wood floors with a dark wood furniture, I don't think that's a great combo. I have to think about this a bit. But so far, I like what I see, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back. A spirit is being lured. Patience is key. Ooh. Okay, so we fulfilled the qualification of a spirit, so hopefully it pops up. Smooth rain. Maybe if I turn down the thunders, that would help. I hope that helps. I want another little guy. We're close to 6. Huh. Once a spirit dex icon is glowing, you're on the right track. Patience is key. It takes some time for them to appear. That is fair. Let's go ahead. Wait. Let's can I reduce it? What if I want to? No. What if I want to reduce it? No? Okay, I can't reset this. Interesting. Okay. I guess I'm stuck with this? Question mark? Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, we're almost there for one rule. We need one rule left. 5. I feel like we can play with the idea of dungeons. Dungeons are where monsters and demons mainly reside in. Because that is where they can replenish the magic. Because the longer that they are outside of the dungeon, the more likely their magic or alchemy depletes. So all monsters, demons, all monsters and demons make dungeons their home. Their home to recover their magic, alchemy, and maintain their form. I think others would be able to come out of said dungeons, but not for a long time, because due to having needing a surplus of magic and energy, they cannot necessarily maintain that outside the dungeon where it is plentiful of that natural magic. So that's something to keep in mind, I think. And with that, we have established 5 rules regarding my VTuber lore that I can play with. So let's go ahead and check this. There we go! And I pet the spirit. Okay, so another thing I want to write is about Nethyr's childhood. That one is kind of interesting because I need to be careful about what I say here as I'm writing. So, yeah. Actually, can I do this? Okay, I can remove one. There we go. Alright, we can do just a 15-minute session, a 5-minute break. That can work with me. So, about Nethyr's childhood then. Oh, I think the spirit arrived. Oh, you're so cute, little spider guy. Honestly, I really like spiders. Like, if I would choose what kind of bug Vtuber I would be an arachnid. Arachnids? You're so cute. Alright, let's read its lore. In Spirit City, finding a web spun of yarn in your attic means you're sharing your home with an arachnid. These crochet cuties are drawn to homes that are full of creativity. If you're lucky enough to attract one, you want to do everything you can to keep it around. They spin beautiful threads of endless yarn to entice smaller spirits into their webs. Don't worry, once if they knitted them a toasty sweater, they send the small spirit on its way. Oh, actually, that's the wrong conjugation for it. Um, so technically, this does not need an apostrophe. Main reason for this is because when you have an apostrophe, it means it's a contraction. So this actually states on it is way. So if you want to show ownership of something, you don't have the apostrophe. You don't need to have the apostrophe. Just it's without the apostrophe. Its way. Just a little fun fact slash grammar. It's something that I see often, and I can't help but call it out as someone who likes to write a lot. Having an arachnid as a pal means you'll never run out of knitting supplies. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, what's the next one? Whenever I'm reading, I felt the presence of something over my shoulder. Huh. Reading. Browsing, full view, desk, writing, typing, draw. Oh, that's for the art. Oh, reading. Okay. Alright, this is going to attract something, but I'm not sure what. Okay. Yeah, we did our daily task. A rare exception to my arachnophobia. Oh, thank goodness. I was kind of worried. I was like, I hope no one has arachnophobia here, but it's cute. Very well designed if it does not activate arachnophobia, to be honest. That's pretty impressive. It's kind of like on the same level as labeling the spider from Lethal Company just spider in text instead of the actual spider itself. It's pretty funny. But yeah, Nethyr's childhood. That one I put randomly, honestly. Like my main goal was just to get the 5 rules of VTuber lore done. But Nethyr's childhood. I need to be careful about this, but I think I can stay silent. So Nethyr's childhood. Because I feel like if I say too much, it's gonna spoil so many freaking things. And I'm like, bruh. I really gotta be careful about what I say here. Because I don't want to spoil too many things for y'all. But maybe I don't need to write about the most important things about the childhood. But like some cutesy stuff, like flavor text. Flavor text would be fine as long as it doesn't spoil anything. So there's a few things I cannot talk about. I'm writing them right now, and you will not know of them. Ah, so something about Nethyr that I don't think I really talked about is in my design, my second design actually. Likeable, do not break my kitchen. I'm trying to explain something important and you interrupt me by breaking my kitchen? Are you proud of yourself, likable? I hope you're proud of yourself. Cause now I have to fix it. Meep, meep. I am being so calm right now. At least I'm not screaming my head off after the whole hype train. I still can't believe what hype train happened because like when I was streaming like last year, I would almost never get a hype train. So I always wonder. I would get like a few, like one a year. So I did not expect to witness a hype train the second time I stream again. And it really shows to me that even when I'm gone and then I come back, I don't start from zero. I at least start at one or two or three. And that means I'm growing as a creator. I'm really happy. Just, I'm not used to this feeling of being celebrated a lot, especially by multiple people. I'm used to it if it's like one or two specific people, but a whole group? That's really daunting. I had birthday parties for myself before, but honestly, like sometimes it felt like they wanted to be there to have a celebration and do things, but not necessarily celebrate me, if that makes sense. So I'm just okay with birthday celebrations and stuff. Ooh, more spirit hands. Let's go. Okay, I want to get this one over my shoulder. Hmm, that one's a bit vague. Is there any other activities where I can just read? Okay, it seems like only this one. It might take a while for the creature to show up though, so I need to keep that in mind. So, Nethya's childhood. So, they really like flowers. Flowers and plants. They really like those in particular. Because as a homunculus, well, you can't really like how do I say this without spoiling much? That's kind of hard. I just know that Nethia really likes flowers and plants. Like they give them a lot of peace, and just being around it is just like it's like close to home for them because the way you make a homunculus is like being very involved with nature. I will put it that way. You are very involved with nature. I won't say what kind of nature and stuff, but it's definitely nature of some kind. They especially like, one of the flowers that they really like is the sampaguita. So if you don't know what that flower is, it's actually the national flower of the Philippines. I'm just gonna read it off the Wikipedia. So, let's see here. It is the national flower of the Philippines, where it is known as Sampaguita, as well as being one of the three national flowers of Indonesia. Little fun fact there. There. It originated from India, possibly imported into the Philippines in the 17th century from the Himalayan areas. Pretty cool. Let me see here. And what is the meaning behind this flower? So apparently, this feminine name derives from the Filipino phrase "Sumpah kita," which means "I promise you," providing connotations of honesty and loyalty. Sampaguita is also the name of the national flower of the Philippines, a variety of sweet-smelling jasmine. And let's see, Its white flowers believed to symbolize purity, fidelity, and hope. So, to be honest, that flower has a lot of ties with Nethyr's story, to be honest. Especially of hope and purity. I might also reference the Sampa Guita in my VTuber model, actually, so that's pretty exciting. um, let's see, other things that, hmm, let's see. I think Netia's first gift were flowers. That's the first gift I ever received, so ever since then, they just really like plants and flowers. And because Nether was kind of slow back then, they appreciate how plants were also slow like them, and how that they can just exist to be appreciated. For them, they want to be loved just for who they are, not for what they can give and what they can provide to someone else. They just want to be appreciated for who they are. I think that's the direction I want to go with this. That's another piece of Nether's childhood that I want to add. How does Nether feel about animals? Hmm. Nether probably befriended the Chimera around them. Or, well, maybe not the Chimera. Maybe I would say would be better is Nether was only friends with one Chimera in particular. Other Chimera didn't like them. And this Chimera might be someone that might appear in my re-debut, actually. Not sure yet, but I am thinking about it. Or even like a little golem. I like the idea of Nether having a golem, not gonna lie. I think golems are really cute, just like they're like robots but in fantasy. They're pretty cute. Sorry, I had a little yawn there. It happens. What? Why are you throwing a McDonald's bag? I don't even like McDonald's. Have I ever told you guys that it's been at least 20 years or so since I had McDonald's? I I don't eat McDonald's at all. I don't see it as food at all, actually. It's not to my taste, to be fair. Which it do be like that. Like if I want to eat something, right? I don't necessarily want to eat something that, I can't digest well. I already get tummy aches as it is. Something over my shoulder. Man, something over my shoulder. Maybe this one? Maybe this one? Chilling with the unknown? I don't know what the creature is gonna be. I just want to see the little creature. My gosh. Hmm. But yeah, I don't think Nether was someone that necessarily got along with a lot of creatures. They just did what they were told. And I guess this connects to when Nether was first given plants as their present. That they were told that, oh, to that they were told that to appreciate the plants. And that was a confusing thing to hear at first, but over time they learned how to appreciate and just exist. And I think that's a good childhood thing to have. Something like that could work. Perhaps. Maybe. I definitely think that Nethier lacked initiative. They didn't necessarily have their own will. They were basically following the wills of others. Kind of part of being a homunculus, to be honest. Because you don't really necessarily think about your existence too much. When you're created as a homunculus, you have a specific purpose in mind, and going against that purpose means going against the reason why you exist. But are there homunculi that can decide for themselves? Those would be the hardest ones to develop, I think. Hmm. Oh yeah, a big one. I tend to be forgetful. Forgetful, airheaded, and selectively mute. Most people think they are expressionless. But their eyes are the only ones, or parts of them, that shows emotion. Something like that could work. Oh, I think someone arrived. Oh! Oh! Oh my goodness. A chapter pillar. You're so cute. Okay, I must read this one out loud. Chapter pillars are some of the best companions you could ever want for all those cozy sessions curling up with a good book. That's because their antennae glow with a gentle light that's perfect for illuminating the text, even the darkest of nights and thunderstorms. Just be warned, because they are voracious and impatient readers themselves, they have a pesky habit of nudging people's hands to turn to the next page, even if you're not caught up yet. Oh, they're so silly. Okay, another one. On windy nights, it almost sounds like something is howling at the moon. Oh, Bork? It's a dog? 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 Okay, okay, let's find. We want to do night forest for sure. Okay. Okay, you need wind. Alright, something's going to appear. Okay, let's see what happens, alright? What's another cool idea to have in my lore? I feel like these little snippets of lore are not necessarily like the core parts of the lore, but it develops my character in a way. Hmm. I always think that writing about a character's childhood reflects how they're going to act later as an adult. So that's why I'm trying to establish that first. On like, what is the baseline of this character at their core, and how did they change from there? That way, I have a baseline to work with, and then I can make it more malleable to who they are as an adult, or like the age that they are supposed to be presented as. Question mark, question mark. I do know that they are a bit slower than other people, so that's something to keep in mind. And just more curious too. Nethier enjoys learning, but tends to be the slowest. What makes them stand out is that they want to learn, not necessarily the speed. Other homunculi are fast, but do not grasp knowledge in their heart. In a way, Nether is the most human of homunculi. I like the idea that being the most human of homunculi is a very core part of this lore. I think it's quite nice. Pet the cat. Pet the cat. Oh, wait, go back. Okay, it's happening still. Okay. I guess I'm pretty curious though. When you guys see stories and learning more about a character, what tends to be the most interesting thing to learn about a character? Is it when they like something? Is it like when they hate something? How about when they find something new that is now their favorite thing ever? What kind of moments like that interest you all the most? I think for me, what interests me the most is how they come across something that they hate and learning how to deal with hate because that reflects a lot about a person. I feel like people are distrustful when they don't show that they hate something. It's kind of like if they don't hate, where is the boundaries for them? And if they only hate, finding out what they love is more interesting. Seeing what makes someone happy. It's always about like knowing the other side of someone that really reflects who they are as a person. If they are too much of this one thing, then it's really important to understand the other part of them. At least I think so. Also, let me check if I'm following this correctly. Howling at the moon on windy nights. Do I need to do this specific activity? Bed. What about desk? I think I'm gonna stick with bay window because I want to see the moon. I feel like the moon is gonna be most helpful here. Yeah, something like that, I think. So we at least established a few core things about Netlier. Is that they are the most human of homunculi because they are not perfect. Not perfect. They also enjoy learning. I think that's like always been a core part of me, so I need to include that by virtue. they're always in wonder and in awe with the world. Ah, I should probably mention Netgear doesn't go outside much due to being observed slash taken care of by alchemists. I think that's a really important part because it shows that Netgear is naive because of lack of exposure to the outside world. And it shows that the environment that they are in is technically quite manipulated. It's not very accurate to what the world actually is like. I don't know why, but for some reason when I drink something these days, my throat tightens up and then I can't drink it anymore. It's kind of concerning, to be honest. It do be like that, I guess. Oh yeah, I should probably mention. I just came back to work. I've been having like a couple weeks off because I honestly just needed a break from everything and just really rest my head and restabilize and ground myself because I think I've just been overwhelmed lately. Like a lot of things have been happening. I just needed time to relax, if that makes sense. So I had that time off and it really reinvigorated me to come back to work. So I came back to work and I was honestly quite nervous about it, to be fair. I thought that I would forget things. I thought that I would mess up. I thought that maybe I would be judged for taking a break. But I realized those are irrational fears and the reality that I am experiencing right now is actually a lot nicer than I thought it would be. It's just I need to get out of my head for the most part. What helps me more is to take the truths that I experience physically and really internalize them. Because something I learned is that people aren't out to get you negatively, like in a bad way, unless you do something bad to them. Oh, welcome back from lurking. I hope it went well. I've just been writing up pieces of Nether's childhood for their lore, for my lore. Was doing economics in Mabinogi. Nice, nice. I actually mentioned Mabinogi a bit earlier because one of the inspirations for my VTuber lore is actually Mabinogi, specifically the Alchemist. That was my first introduction to the Alchemist, and I really, really liked the concept of them. Like they were my favorite class in Mabinogi, so I thought it'd be appropriate to connect it to them. And now you're at 12 mil. Wowee! Nice job. Maybe I should play Mabinogi again, but honestly, like, I'm most of the time for me to take breaks is actually to not even be playing video games anymore. I only play video games if it's like on stream like this, but outside of that, I don't really game as much anymore. If anything, I follow up on news regarding gaming, but I tend to just want to read or watch something that isn't making my eyeballs move so much because I just need to relax, to be fair. It can be really rough when you're basically surrounded by video games for 40 hours a week. One of the things I have the most hard time with is realizing that my lifetime hobby is now a job. And that's pretty big reason as to why I don't really want to become a like full-time streamer slash VTuber because I don't want the thing I do for fun to feel like a job. Like, if I want to create, I want it to be at my own terms, you know? Likeable, why are you throwing stolen jewelry? Jeez Louise. Though a lot of modern games focus on attention rate and high energy, so that could also be causing burning. Yeah, that's fair. Like, I don't really like too many fast-paced games, although I do play Call of Duty. Um, I mainly play it just to learn more about it. I do have fun with it, but yeah, it's very high-paced, and I just get fatigued. Also, Mabinogi is having an event that is like an event that's kind of just staying on for like an hour. Yeah, I noticed Mabinogi has a lot of events like that because they want to really push those hours and stuff, which makes sense for what they're trying to do, but it's not a good trend. I just hope that the Mabinogi upgrade really helps in the future because they really need it. Because as much as I love that game, it is very much outdated and has difficulty competing with existing games, to be fair. Like, imagine when Mabinogi's graphics is at the par of Genshin Impact. That would be impressive. Because of the customizability that Mabinogi has in its game mechanics, I think as long as it has a graphics upgrade, it can really top some some very well-known games out there. Like, there's a reason why it did really well in 2012. It just needed to catch up with the times. Also, I think the graphics add a bit to its charm. It does, yeah. Like, it has very early PlayStation vibes, which is nice. But if you want to, that would be such a heavy game. That is true. It would be quite a heavy game. Um, but I also feel like if you want this game to continue existing, you need to catch up and attract the upcoming audience of gamers. And they tend to have standards based on what is currently out there, especially in terms of anime games. Not gonna lie, if you see an anime as game, you probably will unconsciously compare it to Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact. Which is very frustrating when it has its own charm and stuff. It has a very specific demographic, but if you are making a game and you have a company and a job, you need to make decisions that can help sustain the whole company. And that can be really rough. I say update the graphics, but keep that late 2000s charm. So it's funny you mentioned that. There is actually a whole video about Mabinogi updating. Let me go ahead and find it. It's actually going to be updated to the Unreal Engine. They call it Mabinogi Eternity Project Unreal Engine Reforge. And it looks really gorgeous. Oh yeah, I heard. I didn't watch it too much. Plus, it's probably gonna take a few years. Yeah, definitely a few years for sure. But yeah, it's something that I'm very excited to see because I want more people to love Mabinogi too. It gave me some good memories, some bad, but mainly good memories. It really gave me a community where I can just exist in. And that was just really nice. Oh! Oh, okay. I finished my session. Alright. Kitty. Hello. So something howling. It has to be windy. Birds singing. Let's try to attract it. Okay, it is evening. Howling at the moon. Use the hints to find the hidden spirits. Different sounds, activities, and lighting will lure them out. Once the spirit deck's icon is glowing, you're on the right track. Patience is key. It takes some time for them to appear. I think that is a good amount of Nethyer's childhood written down. Because I wanted to write some like smaller pieces regarding Nethyer's childhood, but they still establish a core of who they are and stuff, so I'm gonna continue with that. Mabinogi, I'd say, is still doing pretty well. Yeah, sorta. It's just for it to compete in the U.S., it kind of needs a bit more. But in Korea, oh my gosh, Mabinogi is doing so well. It is doing so well in Korea. It's insane and really cool to see. But yeah, games like Mabinogi inspire my lore. Games like Eve, Omori, Dot Hack. Oh my gosh, Dot Hack is amazing. Um, like it is probably one of the earliest um animes I've seen where they explore the idea of being in a virtual world like that, besides Digimon. And oh my gosh, it's so nostalgic. The other favorite is Code Lyoko. I really like that one. Hmm. Not at its peak. No game that old will be. But the main EN server is always live. So the main reason why it's alive is because they merged all three of the servers. To the point where there's only one server now. So that's why it's active, is because all the active people merged from three servers into one. So it is considerably smaller compared to before. Like, I've been in the Mabinogi space on and off since around 2012. It was huge in 2012. And then that's when it went downhill, to be fair. Which is honestly like impressive for its shelf life. It is around 16 years old. Most games, especially MMOs, do not last that long. The most prominent ones out there would be like World of Warcraft and Diablo. Those are really big MMORPGs. RuneScape is one of them. You have to do a whole lot to maintain it. One of my friends have been here since the beta. Whoa, the beta? Damn. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Okay. I'm not so sure if this animal will appear, the spirit, so... We shall see. We shall see. What's cute? Bay window. Cushions. Ooh, the black and red is really pretty. It's very pretty. Mini wall decor. Kind of want this. Ooh, it's very spiritual. I do like that. They still play actively though. They've been busy with avatar making for VR chat. Oh, okay. Hi, Grio. How are you, Grio? I hope you've been doing well. I'm currently just ooh, this looks like milk tea. Oh, that's kind of tempting. But I do like my regular tea there. Wait, I can get the chair? Ooh, okay, I want a black chair. Yeah, that's clean. Okay, what else is there? I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that, yeah. But I can't upgrade my wardrobe. This is my current avatar right now. Likeable, why are you breaking chairs again? Oh my goodness. But yeah, this is my comfy form. It has a whole non-binary flag setup. It's very cute. I get the more of the creatures. Thank you too for fixing the chair. Okay, I want to see the colors. Oh, there's a little purple one. It's so cute. And the caterpillar. Ooh, this one's cute. It's so freaking cute. Hedgehog, hello. There's a black and ooh. Okay. Honestly though, I do like Dust Bunny. Dust Bunny is really cute. I like this one in particular. So, you might find this funny. Or well, maybe not really like that funny, but I used to have a pet rabbit. and that pet rabbit was very dear to me. And she looked like this. She had white patches of fur and black spots like this. So that's why I wanted this one in particular. Oh! Oh, thank you for the posture check too. I need that. Oof. Oh, I need that. Oh, I realized that we only have 5 minutes left. Oh, thank you for the stretch as well. Thank you. I'm putting my arm across my chest. Pulling it closer. Oh, thank you for the water buff as well. Yeah, my throat is a bit parched, so it's definitely something I need to keep in mind. Okay, let's go back. Oh, it's so small. Oh my gosh. It's it's the smallest little guy ever. It's so cute. Oh, you can do web browser? Okay, cool. Hmm. Will this help? Mobby support is so nice. Oh, true. Honestly, before I got my job, I considered being like a Mobby soul streamer. I just thought the idea of it would be really cool, but obviously that's a conflict of interest now, and I can't really do that. But at least I have fun with Mobby Doggy. I accidentally deleted an event item I got from questing. They got it back within 2 to 3 days. Oh, that's really good to see. That's good. Okay, I think right now we have 3 minutes left till stream. So I'm gonna go ahead and find someone to raid. Oh, hey Sensei, just stopping by to say goodnight. Finals start tomorrow and I've been working my butt off prepping. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you! And Brex, do your best. Do your best for those finals, okay? You got this. I believe in you. I'm actually about to end stream in a few minutes since I plan to end streams after 2 hours. I don't want them to go on for too long because I do work on a weekday, so it's something to keep in mind. But let me go ahead and find someone to raid, okay? Who would be a good person to raid? Thank you, Twitch. Why are you saying thank you to Twitch? If there's any recommendations on who we should raid, please let me know. Ooh, okay, I see some pretty cool people online, but is there anyone in particular? Hmm. Oh, wait, Salvi. Oh my gosh, Salvi is streaming. Okay, okay. I usually don't rate 18 plus streams, but I believe everyone here is 18 plus, especially on Twitch. And Salvi is a really wonderful mod of mine. So we are going to raid Salvi. Oh, and good timing. We got a little buddy. Oh, you're so cute. Little doggo. Oh my goodness. It's a moon paw. Don't steal my money. Oh my goodness, likable. Anyways, something more important. Moonpaw. When the wind howls during a full moon, it is said to foretell the coming of a ferocious hound. I have determined that this was greatly exaggerated. Moonpaws are cute and anything but ferocious. Nocturnal spirits may be common, but Moonpaw is the only one I've encountered that seems to draw its strength from the moon itself. I've observed that its energy level seems to be tied to the lunar cycle. When the moon is out and unobstructed, it loves playing, chasing balls, and going for walks in the wee hours. while a loyal companion. Brace for the night of the full moon. Brace yourself for a rambunctious puppy. He is so freaking cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, how much? I'm level 8 now too. More spirit hints have been added to your spirit decks. Let's go! Okay, okay. I want to see the dog. I must see the dog. Doggy! Doggy! Where's the dog? Yeah! Oh, it looks like a little hellhound! Oh, it's cute! Oh, I like the little brown one too. But I'm sticking with cat. I'll stick with the cat. Alright. Let's go ahead and raid Salvi, okay? This would be the raid message for Salvi. I'm gonna be putting it for only Twitch because this is Twitch only one. But for those on YouTube, I'll be ending the stream after I raid, okay? Happy birthday. Okay. Do, do, do. So this would be the raid message. Huh? Did it appear? Yeah, okay. So copy that. We're gonna have that as a raid message, okay? We are going to raid Salvi Okami, my wonderful mod. And even if he's going to exit or something, I'm still gonna raid him because it's his birthday. Okay. We're gonna start the raid, alright? Make sure to treat Salvi well. And also thank you all for coming by. I really miss you all. And next week I'll be streaming at 8 p.m. PT as well, doing another co-working stream. So feel free to come on by, okay? And with that, good night, Nethyzens.